right, we are back as the game's finishing loading here for the race portion of Season 9, Round 8 at Hungary. I'm Hollers again. Fife is here with me still.
Still here.
Got a fixed grid. We've remade the lobby because we had two of our 3 championship contenders crash out of the game. We have not been allowing rejoins because it tends to create a cascade effect, at least in our experience here at ARC. So we're hoping the remake will keep it. And Ruda left the session. Well, it's too late. It is 45 past the hour. That is our cutoff. Sorry, Ruda.
Yeah, he said forget him.
We're still waiting for people. I hope people didn't forget to click through. Or didn't go AFK. They might have had some people try to go to the bathroom and during the break.
If they don't click through, we lose them, correct?
They were supposed to have fixed that, but so far it does not seem like they have.
Here we go. Let's see how many we lose.
And remember, if anyone's listening to this, no formation lap. I don't have a HUD. Why don't I have a HUD?
All right.
We're going. All right, we're off. Let's see. Tires. Everyone started the same on the mediums except for Guinness on the softs, which is what he started on.
Beeline got bumped to the outside. She's heading right for the apex of turn 1. She slows it down in time, luckily, and gets around everyone. Unfortunately, he's dropped to the back of the field by that one. I didn't see what had happened.
Unfortunate. Almost pulled a Valtteri Bottas there, or a Lance Stroll, rather. But 8 was able to prevent it there. Anyway, so Gore holds position, as does NYK and the action. Those are your top 3. Rickson up 1 spot to P4. Max dropped down 3 spots. Smithy's up 2 spots. Ruda's up 4 spots. His AI. Like I said, Max is down to P7. I saw some carbon fiber. What happened there?
Oh, it's not carbon fiber. It's styrofoam. Some brake markers were taken out.
Smithy's getting elbows out there.
And, moved out around NYK. Both of them were going by.
Max, though, is not having a great start. He's down 4 spots from P4 to P8 and losing ground. I wonder if he forgot his setup. Oh, that's what we were waiting on. We're waiting for people to do their setups. Kaginis, the softs, does seem to have played out from well again. He's up 4 spots, P7, stuck behind Ruda's AI. As Gore is just trucking away from everyone. He's already a second and a half ahead of action. The current
is going to go around. He's going to try to go around Ruda's AI here. Shouldn't be a problem with those soft tires, giving him that advantage in the corner
the
there.
Pretty easily.
No problem.
Let's go on board with Smithy, who's 4 tenths off of Rickson as they go through turn 2. So the strat, according to AWS, is medium to hard. I think, though, you can do a 1-stop medium to soft here, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong on that, though.
Well, you're asking the wrong person when it comes to knowing about strategy, man.
It's Max and SoCal and Vans have gotten around Ruda's AI now.
Yep. So now I'm riding along with Max. He's my wild card to make up a bunch of positions and
get him
finish on the
back.
Podium now. Yeah, get him back.
It is super hard to pass here, as we were talking about before.
I'm expecting Vans to stay in the rear tonight. No disrespect to the Tier 1 champion, but he hasn't raced in a few weeks. I know he's been putting in the practice on ACF1, so I expect his feel to be off. So
he expects more realism.
Yeah, exactly. But no, seriously though, his feel is going to be completely off.
His action is.
I think some people can bounce between sims.
I can't. I'm not one of those people. Smithy tries for a peek. Goes one of Kia's favorite moves, a dummy down the inside, but doesn't actually go for it. He is gaining a lot in the corners on Rickson as he runs out. Uses all the track there coming out of turn 2 and turn 3. Let's see if he tries to throw it down turn 4. No, he's not close enough. NYK though is hot on his tail too, so we got a nice little train here.
A little 3-way battle. There's not too much going on at the front as our gaps have built out to be about 1.2 and then 2.1 back to Rickson. So you got a nice little battle there for 3, 4, 5.
The action, he did gain a couple tenths back on Gore. I think he's matching Gore's pace now. There at the start, he wasn't doing great, but it seems like they're going blow for blow.
A little further back, I'm keeping my eye on. Oh, something must have happened to Van because he just dropped out. He's gone wide. He's off into a gravel trap. He's now dropped to the back of the field behind Feline Phenom. Unfortunate for Van, he was right behind SoCal.
All right, as Rickson, Smithy, and NYK come through the penultimate corner into the last corner. Smithy is getting a good run. He's going to have DRS this lap. I think he's going to have enough to get the move done because Rickson does not have DRS. Yep, as he ducks down the inside. Will he get it done before the braking zone? Yes, he's got move done here as long as he can keep it clean through turn 1. As NYK also comes through.
Guinness and Max are not too far behind these guys.
No,
this could be a 5-way battle pretty soon.
So NYK and Smithy both got by Rickson, so Rickson got double move there. Unfortunate for him, as Max is right on Guinness's tail, and he sets his purple sector 1. So Max is really trying to make up ground.
He's got pace. He's fast.
Yeah, obviously he's the P3 currently in our championship standings. Backing up a little bit.
Rickson's off into the wall. He oversteered out of the chicane and he's into the wall.
He's DNF, but no safety. VSC. There's a VSC. Can we see the carcass? Full safety car. All right. So we got an early safety car P4. Do the drivers want to come in right now? I think the medium runners have to stay out.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's see.
Guinness might want to come in now and jump onto the mediums,
or go into the hards.
Yeah, he could definitely. Yeah, he's gonna come in. It's smart for him to come in. I'm not sure why Max is choosing to come in here.
So
maybe
Smithy,
his mediums are really worn.
Max come in. I wonder, as does Calculus, I wonder if they're going to go. Let's see. What's Smithy on? Smithy goes on to softs. Guinness is still.
Max is going on to softs, so these guys are looking to push here for a bit.
Yeah, they're going to have to do at least one more stop. These softs will not go to the end.
And what did Guinness come out on? Guinness came out
fresh
on
mediums.
Looks like the mediums, so he could go the rest of the race on these? No, definitely not.
I'd be pushing it. They might make it without blowing up, but the traction will be god-awful.
All right, so he's looking at another soft stint at the end of the race. So everyone's looking at one more stop.
And in the remake, I forgot to reset the telemetry. Sorry, guys.
It's a comedy of errors.
Yep. So Gore, he's got enough fuel, given the white icon there. Action has enough fuel, so is NYK, SoCal, Ruda, Feline, Smithy, Guinness. I think he might have underfueled. He's got a yellow icon, so he's going to have to do some fuel saving. But he might make it up here. Under the safety car, Max got enough fuel. Calculus does too, as does Vans. So Guinness is going for the real aggressive strategy, starting on the soft compound.
He did make up those spots, like you said.
Yeah. So we got one driver out already, Rickson. He binned it there in the middle of sector 2. It was out of the chicane, right? He lost it coming out of the chicane.
Yeah, oversteer. Car gripped up more than he was expecting, and it shot him into the wall very hard.
That exit curb.
Smithy is typing in Tier 1 chat while under the safety car. AI is driving for Smithy right now. This is real smart. We tell you not to alt-tab out of the game. He's over here typing in our Discord server.
Maybe he's typing on his phone.
Yeah, okay, good. Maybe. Give him the benefit of the doubt.
He was apologizing to Max. So the guy in front of me cut across and I had to dodge. So good sportsmanship there from Smithy.
The safety car right now is almost ARC neon salmon in color.
It is.
Pretty awesome.
The crowd
That's
strike.
That's why I refer to our color, and it's officially neon salmon.
I've not heard that before. It's got the CrowdStrike livery on the Mercedes AMG GT safety car. Let's see, how's Guinness's fuel doing? I still got yellow. As the safety car will, I believe, come in this lap. We'll find out at the end of sector 2.
He's gonna need if it stays yellow, he's gonna need a second safety car.
He might have to relive Seb Vettel's woes from Hungary.
He might have to wreck someone. He might have to sacrifice a soul.
Lord knows his Ural Calia overlords wouldn't object. The Russians will resort to any means necessary to achieve victory. I should say the Russian oligarchs, not all Russians.
You telling me Kaginis is about to start shelling people?
After saying they're not going to attack civilian zones, yes. Safety car in the slap.
Torpedo.
All right, so we will have the safety car in. Top 6 stayed out. They are on old mediums, 5 laps old. Smithy, some fresh mediums right behind them. He can swap spots, weirdly.
You know what would be sweet for this game is like an admin suite. You know, just some tools to like maybe disqualify a car that you don't want in the race anymore, like Ruta's Ghost.
That would be nice, but Codemasters is never going to give us that. All right, so Gore's back in the pack up. He's going to do a real slow restart here. No, he goes. He jumps. He gets a good jump on the action.
EA is going to save these guys.
Uh-oh. Smithy got a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags.
Huh.
I think what happened is Smithy probably went off track because he was ahead of Smithy. I think what happened is he went off track. Kaginis took the spot, but then showing good sportsmanship probably tried to give it back. But because he was still on track, it registered Smithy as an illegal overtake. That'd be my guess as to what happened.
All right, well, we'll have to... Well, I'm sure we might have to end up reviewing that, maybe.
I hope not. All right, Ruta's AI is P5 right now.
Feline just took a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings coming out of turns 4-5 there.
Ruta's AI is hot on the tail of SoCal Blazer as Smithy gets around Feline. Is there... Ooh.
Feline and Smithy tangling. Feline going... I'm not sure what I saw, really. I know I saw Smithy in the grass for a second.
Feline lets Smithy and Kaginis through. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Kaginis got real loose. He's like swerving all over the place, it looks like, on my screen.
Yeah. It's got a little sloppy racing as Calculus goes down the inside of Kaginis.
Something's going on with Kaginis.
Yeah. Is it?
He's...
Do I see rain?
What?
No. It looked like rain for a second. So action is caught back up to Gore. We're going back to the leaders here. So only 4 tenths behind.
And Smithy's only 3 tenths behind Ruta as well, his Ghost. I know that's not much news, but...
So dives to the inside on the fresher, softer compound, gets it done. So good for Smithy. Now he's got some ground to make up on SoCal to get back in DRS. Let's go back with the action. Only 4 tenths off. Is anybody out there in Twitch lands?
Fans passing on Kaginis right now, going through turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, what is up with Kaginis? Can we see damage on Kaginis? His tail is front wing's intact, so I'm not sure. And Max is all the way down to P11. Day's not looking. As Feline spins
backwards.
Spins off through turn 5. Let's see. Is she gonna recover? How's her wing looking? Fine so far. Those tires are going to be cooked. All right, so Action and Gore coming through last couple corners. DRS will get activated this lap, but Action will not have it until next lap because the detection zone is right here, but the next lap when the DRS gets activated doesn't start until now.
Yep, there it is. And Van is swarming all over the back of Calculus as they get ready to enter the DRS zone right now.
So
there they go.
Again, won't have DRS, and he's already burning through his DRS. It's hard to regen here. Not many heavy braking zones. So Van is looking to make up ground here. Calculus is he's a reserve, right? He's one of our new reserves.
Yeah, his new reserve just came in. This is his first race here in ARC, so welcome, Calculus.
As he lets Vans through. And Max. So Max now making an impression, trying to get back. So let's go with the detail for the position changes. Still down 4 spots from the starting grid spot. Van is up 5 spots, though, from the back up to P7.
That's good to see him recovering. In Ps 4 and 5 right now, Smithy is really swarming around the back end of SoCal, too. I keep saying swarming. I got to stop saying the same word. He's all over the rear.
All up in his gearbox. Smithy, though, his tires are now going to be a few laps old. They're still going to be an advantage, but
He might just have enough to get it done, but then have to fade away. You know, I don't know if it's even worth pushing to do it. He has the DRS though, so he won't have to push the tires to get the pass here. Easily, right by.
Yeah,
I mean,
even before
the amount of speed he got, so quick. So quick. I'm used to GT3 cars. I do a lot of GT3 racing and iRacing and stuff, so that speed is still something I'm not used to. So it's.
We've got a spinner. That's Van.
Oh, Vans.
Well, now we can see
Feline. Well, no, I thought there might be enough to allow Feline to catch up, but no. NYK picks up a 3-second penalty.
Why is it on stops? I thought I had it on positions. There we go. All right. So the action's up 1 spot to P2. NYK's down 1 spot to P3. Smithy, almost on the podium. He's still got 2.5 seconds to make up, but those fresh softs should be helping him gain that ground, and that's when the advantage will really come into play for him. Let's see. Max is en route as AI.
Yeah, just trying to get through safely here without making any mistakes. The AI probably holding him up a bit.
Oh, for sure. And he's going to try to go around the outside. Interesting. AI did block off the inside pretty well. And Max gets the move done up to P6. So he's now only 2 spots off his starting grid spot. Action's got DRS followed by NYK.
Something else happened to Van. He must have spun again or something. He was 11 seconds down to Feline after his spin, and now he is 8 seconds behind her.
That's unfortunate. Defending champ, retired champ. He's now not a full-time driver. He gave up his seat. Let's see. We're starting to see some gaps form here. The only people who are within DRS, if anyone, are the Action and NYK. Everyone else is outside of DRS currently. This Van is pitting. He must have gotten wing damage.
It's becoming and he sped in the pit lane as well. I was going to say, yeah, I saw that. Good night, Van.
Thank you for trying. You still got to buy him a pizza, Fife.
No, that's Kia, and I refuse.
Oh, that's right.
The exchange rate on pizza to Freedom units, it's painful.
Just use a car with no foreign transaction fee.
Also, did you know, and I'm not sure if chat knows, but pizza in Canada is just a slice of Wonder Bread with Kraft single melted on top of it. So,
and that costs the equivalent of $20 US.
But yeah, like trying to get it to him is the hard part.
Kia lives in a city. Should be able to get him pizza.
Some city, somewhere.
Not like he lives in the middle of nowhere. All right, so NYK and the Action are still going at it with Gore.
He wanted to keep his identity so secret that when I owed him money, he set up his own cryptocurrency so that I could pay him.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was called Kia Coin.
What's the exchange rate on Kia Coin to Bitcoin now?
I don't know. The only exchange rate I knew was Kia Coin to Dogecoin. Very strong though. Good return.
Was this before or after the pump and dump on Dogecoin?
It was before.
So Kia might have made some money on that.
It's worth more than one pizza, I'll tell you that much.
There's not a whole hell of a lot going on here.
And this is what happens when you run into these lower population races. You know, you get the fields spreading out a bit, and the battles tend to be few and far between. There is still a little bit of action at the front with the Action.
Oh, who he might not have DRS. He's going to be a sitting duck. I think he got it. We'll see though. He did not.
He did not.
So NYK is going to go for the move.
Zone here. The second one, and he's outside of. He's inside now. I don't know if he got it in time though.
No, he did not. NYK is now closed up. They'll get the second helping at DRS here after turn 1 as they dive down into turn 2.
SoCal's not too far off of Smithy either, so you can't count that battle.
And I think Smithy's tires might be falling off because he's losing ground to NYK now. He was in the 2.5 second range, I think, but now he's almost 3.7. So the softs die pretty quickly here. We'll see. All right, as NYK and the Action and Gore go through the chicane, Action's back in DRS, so let's see. NYK's got about 50% battery. Action's got about 50% battery, and he's using it. Really trying to keep touch with Gore so he doesn't end up a sitting duck without the DRS.
Fortunately, like I didn't have a F1 sim hub overlay, so I have no clue how much tire wear he has on these tires.
No, I'd imagine. So the soft or the mediums, they've still got a few laps left in them. I think Smithy's softs are dying. Because SoCal has now made up quite a few tenths just this lap and is within his DRS. But he's still going to be too far behind to make a move. Let's see how much he closes up. So he's going to go from 9 tenths, I think, to about 7, maybe high 6s, yeah.
Guinness is catching Rudis AI, so he'll be able to make up a spot pretty soon.
Hopefully for him. Action is now right on Gore's gearbox. Action is Mr. Consistent here. He usually doesn't make too many mistakes, doesn't get penalties, doesn't really spin, and it ends up working out well for him. It's gotten him to the top of the charts so far this season with just, counting this race, I think 5 races left to go. So if he can keep it up, I think he's in a good spot to win the championship. So he's doing a good job of balancing his deployment with harvesting. NYK, it looks like, is burning up a little more battery. He's down to 30% compared to Action's 50. Gore, though, he's not using his battery. I think he's toying with the Action. Gore's got almost 80% battery.
He's just going to kick it on eventually and just say see you later.
Yeah, I think he's not really pushing that hard, trying to save his
probably
tires
save it.
Well,
he could push really hard. I mean, they probably have 5-6 more laps before these tires start to really need to be changed.
Feline gets a corner cutting penalty, multiple warnings. All right, so SoCal has DRS off the Smithy, and Max has DRS behind him. And
so
Max
6,
is out
5,
of battery.
5, 4, 4, 5, and 6 are having a nice little battle.
Goes for a little lunge there down into turn 1. He's going to get this move done with the second helping at DRS. Maybe. He's going to have to go around the outside of turn 2. Smithy doing a good job of parking right on the apex, which lets Max through because SoCal had to yield to Smithy, who placed his car perfectly to defend his position as P4. So good driving from Smithy there. Good clean racing all around there.
All their batteries are pretty low.
Yeah, SoCal's got 40-ish%. Max
He's in the best shape of the 3.
Yeah, Smithy's about the same now. So
Gore, how is he saving so much energy? I wonder. He's in so much better shape than the rest of the field.
He's got the raw pace. Gore makes mistakes more than the Action does, but he's got the pace to make up for it as they come around. Start lap 16. Action will have DRS again, but Gore, I don't think Gore's even going to use his battery now, and he'll stay ahead. His Action tries to make him think he's going to go for a dive.
Smithy's coming in. He'll be going on to his last stint now.
Yeah,
well, it looks like
he'll
switch
to mediums.
Mediums, yep.
And he's got that 5-second penalty, so he's gonna. Guinness will get around him. The P-line though will not. So he'll come out in P8. So now, the medium runners are probably going to be coming in the next couple laps, I think. I don't think these mediums will go quite to half race distance, even with a safety car. But NYK is definitely burning the most battery out of the top 3. He's in the mid-30s, Action's in the high 50s, low 60s.
Or he's tickling the 90s, man. Like, this is silly.
He's just got the raw pace. Doesn't need to use that battery. And really, this track doesn't have a whole lot of long straights, so you can sacrifice. It's not as power sensitive as other circuits. So I think he's just using it to guard. He's going to have to guard here because Action is going to be within about 5/10 coming in. Here we've got red flags for Feline in sector 2. What happened there? She spun around, unfortunately. All right, back on with leaders here.
It hasn't been Feline's night between qualifying and now this race, Tough night for her.
Yeah.
Bring up the pieces and move on next week. Hopefully have a larger field for you guys next week. And
as long as she finishes, she'll still get points.
Oh, true. Everyone's getting points tonight,
Ruta's AI comes in.
Everyone got points. Van got pizza.
Action is, I think, closing up. I think Gore's tires might be falling off more than the Action's. Action's usually a little kinder to his tires. But as we've seen, though, Gore not pushing quite as hard, but his just more rapid pace in general probably is not great for his tire wear. This Feline is in the pits. Ruda's AI came out on hards, by the way, and so it's following the AWS recommended pit stop strategy. Only action really on the field right now is right here at the top three. SoCal's kind of fallen off of Max a little bit. Max is, I think the tire wear is probably about even between the mediums and the softs at this point. The softs, like I said, give up pretty quickly. All right, Action's going to go for it again, but he's not going to have the pace to get there.
31 Sword in chat. Now that's a name I haven't seen in a while.
I have no idea who that is.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That is an old name. Couple seasons back now. How you doing?
Thank you for joining us. If you haven't already, give us your Amazon Prime subscription. We need every ruble we can get. Every ruble, excuse me. Which is worth pennies now. All right. Yeah, so we've got SoCal, who's 10 seconds adrift of NYK. Oh, Max came in. He's on fresh mediums now. He's off those softs. So his pit stop strategy is done. I think I wouldn't be surprised if we see one of the leaders try to come in here to get the undercut. The undercut here at Hungary is powerful, just because of how hard it is to pass. Let's see what Gore decides to do here. All right. Gore stays out. And the action stays out. And so does NYK. Interesting. At this point, we're past... Well, I guess the softs really can't get to the end. And I think they're trying to avoid going on the hards, because the hards are just no good in this game. So they're probably trying to extend this stint as much as they can. We're doing good, 31. Just trying to keep our Tier 1 drivers afloat, because no one wants to race anymore, it seems, with as broken as this game is. All right, Action is really closed up on Gore. I think he's gonna maybe try to be brave through turn 4. Maybe imitate his real-life counterpart in the Red Bull of Max Verstappen, or Seb Vettel tried to go for a move on turn 4 back in 2013. Didn't go too well for him. But it ended up working out in the end because he ran away with that season. All right, so Action's backed off of Gore a little bit. He's banking his battery. He's comparable charge now to Gore. He's in the 80s. Gore's got essentially a full battery. That is impressive. He's got 100% charge, so you can just let it rip once we get onto the straighten. So that'll make the Action unable to pass.
They're going to pull away from NYK. He's got 25% battery.
Yeah.
He's burning the battery down the straight here. He's going to drop soon, and
he's out of
it's
DRS.
just going to be a 2-car battle. So, and while what we were just saying, we struggle a little bit with, like you said, attendance here in Tier 1 this week. We do have other divisions that are just kicking off this week. GT4 ACC, GT3 ACC starting their Season 8. ACF1 just started Season 3, I believe. Maybe even Season 4. I might be
I think it's 3.
but I think it's 3, yeah. And they had like 25 people in their opening round. So ARC's still strong in other divisions. We'll try to keep bringing you this F1.
Yeah. Van, if you're listening, feel free to jump in and plug ACF1. I'm terrible at that mod, but it is a lot of fun.
It's very cool, though. It's a lot of fun, yeah. I'm terrible as well. That's why I don't drive it. I don't have the time to practice as much as I'd like to in order to be able to handle that car. It's enough for me to just get enough practice in to do my ACC races every week, because I race in I'll plug my friend Exia's league here, GT Meister Racing on Friday nights, ACC, 9 p.m. on Fridays. Pretty strong grid for him this week with 20 cars. It was a lot of fun. So
Feline picks up a third, I think it is, corner cutting penalty, so she's up to 9 seconds. Let's see. Yeah.
It's going to be a night that she's going to want to forget.
Yeah. But at this point, stick it out, finish, get the point. Ruda's AI might even come back to you, so you move up a spot.
No doubt.
NYK,
Ruda's AI is going to finish last.
Action is holding on tight here. As Max sets the fastest lap with a 1:17.8. He's currently in P5, 11 seconds adrift of SoCal, but SoCal, I believe, still needs to pit. As Guinness comes into the pit. So yeah, SoCal is not pit, so he'll need to pit, as will our leaders, who are the only 4 not to stop so far in this race.
He can't go to the softs here. I thought he was going to be able to go to the softs at the end of the race, but he's on another set of mediums.
I think he doesn't have much to lose at this point, because he comes out ahead of Ruta's AI.
Calculus is not far back either, though.
Yeah, but he's on 10-lap old hards. Guinness will have the great grip advantage there.
Yeah.
Still our leader's not coming in. They're really trying to stretch these. They're trying to make the one stop work. As they start lap 22, NYK is officially outside of the DRS zone. So I think he's going to start, like you said, dropping back now.
Yep.
Action.
And he has no ERS.
Yeah, he's down to 17%. Action is really trying to close this gap, but there's just only really one true overtaking spot, and that's the braking zone in turn 1. So if you can't get it done there, you can't get it done. But Action, I think, is matching Gore on raw pace now. They're saving battery about the same rate. So impressive from them, as they're just running away with this. So the only 2 drivers within a second of each other besides Calculus on Ruta's AI. But so
NYK is trying to recover a little ERS here, but I mean, it's going to be he needs a lot of ERS to catch the guys. He actually needs these guys to start battling each other while he recovers.
I think Action and Gore, though, they're wily enough drivers, they're smart enough drivers. They know that right now it's to both of their benefit to not fight each other and just try to
keep the powder dry.
NYK.
Wait until the last couple of laps and then go at each other.
Yeah,
that's when the gloves come off. Lap 32, lap 33.
So our gaps, we've got 6/10 between Gore and Action, and then almost 2 seconds back to NYK. Then 12.5 to SoCal, 8.5 to Max, 12.5 to Smithy, 13.5 to Guinness, 1.8 to Ruta's AI, half a second to Calculus, and then 14.6 to Feline Phenom. So there's not a whole lot of action. You can see on the map, it's basically just quali right now. No racing, just hot laps.
Well, there's a little bit of racing back here right now. Calculus all over the back of Ruta's AI.
Let's go on board. They're going to come through to the DRS detection, obviously within a second. Let's see if he can get it done. I think he will. Let's go on the T-cam. Although he's burned up his battery. He's
9%. He's got him though.
Braked pretty late there. He'll get the second helping at DRS.
Probably feel like you need to get by him though to have any hope of chasing down Guinness. But like you said, the older hards, there's no way.
No. Guinness will have the grip advantage pretty much through the rest of the race. But Calculus is... Oh, NYK and Gore are in. Let's go. They're going to go onto the softs at this point, I assume. So, Action...
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see if Action can defeat the undercut here. As Gore goes on to the softs.
Same thing for NYK.
Almost gets held by NYK coming through. Almost made the bad call there on the pit window. But so Action and SoCal Blaze are the only 2 who have not pit yet.
Max is going to be right with them, I think, as they come out.
Oh, and he splits them.
He's in between them, yep.
So that shows you the strength of the undercut here. Max is 2-stopped, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, Max is 2-stopped, and he got around NYK. Now, granted, one of Max's stops came under the safety car.
Action's all alone out there, you know, by himself, thinking to himself, what do I do?
He's got to burn all that battery. He's got to come in, he's got to burn that battery, just put it in the fastest lap he possibly can.
He's going to come out with 100% battery. If he comes in this lap, he'll come out with 100% battery, right?
Close to. But he's really burning that battery up. But I think Gore is going to be on those fresher, soft tires. I think Gore's going to stay ahead. Yep. Action comes in. So he's got about 18 seconds, 19 seconds to Gore. very careful not to speed into the pit lane. All right, he's going to go into the softs. Where's Gore? I think
someone else is coming into the pit lane as well.
it's going to be SoCal for his one stop. Ooh, it's going to be close, but Gore's got it done.
In action. He fishtailed a bit coming out of the pit lane there. Ooh, right behind him, though, is Max. Max will not have the grip advantage. He'll lose these guys real quick.
NYK is going to go around the outside at turn 2. That shows you, though,
careful here,
just how powerful that undercut is.
These guys, NYK, one lap old softs, and the action coming out of the pit on his fresh set of softs. Max won't be able to stay with these guys very long.
No. Now, we did see that action had the pace on NYK. But the question is going to be, can he get it done? He's got more battery. I think he's got 90 to 30%. So,
most importantly, Gore, with a 3.6 second lead after all the pit stops are said and done, 60% battery, he's going to cruise to this win.
That just shows you, at Hungary, if the guy in front of you pits, you pit. If you're on the same strategy, do not stay out. The undercut here is way too powerful.
Just checking the back of the field. There are some gaps that aren't too huge. Calculus and Kaginis.
So we stay on board with
SoCal
action, though, because he's going to be looking to get this move done. As Gore goes fastest with a 1:16.988. All right, can the action get this done? I think he's got it done easily. And he'll have a second helping of DRS coming out of turn 1. So he should be able to drop NYK a little bit. I only gets a couple tenths on him. All right, Max is falling off, though. He's 1.8 adrift. Calculus, let's go with Calculus. Nope, he's not gonna have the DRS. So, unfortunate for him. Let's go with NYK then, who's within just a few tenths of the action.
NYK could spoil action's P2 tonight.
He could, but I don't think he quite had the pace.
Early on, it didn't look like it. Well, not early on, but just before this last pit stop, I would say you're right. You might still be right. It looks like he is starting to gap him just a bit. I'm not looking at the deltas, but it does look like he's getting gapped. Oh, NYK picks up a 3-second penalty, though.
That's unfortunate. And I think NYK,
there you go.
Let's see, NYK he's got 6 seconds. So he had 3 seconds to begin with.
I didn't even notice that he had a 3-second.
Yeah, I remember that now. So let's go on with the position change. So action has gotten around NYK. They've swapped spots from the start. NYK does not have the pace or the battery.
So that puts Max technically ahead of NYK on the grid.
Yeah.
I mean, on the field, on the race.
Yeah.
On the grid.
He's a net P3 right now if you can keep up. You got a yellow. Is that Gore?
Yellow flag.
Nope, that's Feline. Never mind. I saw a red triangle. Feline has lost her wing. She's going to pit again. Stick it out, Feline. You'll get a point VSC.
Yeah, I was going to just say the same thing. I said I expect to see a retirement here, but I hope she realizes this points. Just stay in it. Right now you're seeing red, the red mist, the angry red mist. I would say that the fact that the car is still being driven means it'll stay on the track. Usually when you see someone that's going to quit out, they just retire right away.
Yep. 31 Sword says there are F1 trading cards. I did not know that. He says the most hyped sports card set for F1 releases this Wednesday. I had no idea.
Something else to spend money on.
Did not know that. I have not collected trading cards in probably 2 decades.
Nor have I, but boy, did I have a big collection.
I did inherit, well, my wife and I, we inherited my father-in-law's sports card collection.
Great nostalgia, a lot of fun to look through those old baseball cards. One of my most unique sets of cards is a rare run of baseball cards featuring Nolan Ryan and Looney Tunes characters. There were 100 of those cards, and I have all of them still.
Did
Worth
not know
nothing.
This existed either.
Just hilarious, just weird, just something weird, you know, wacky.
Elvis even had trading cards. We've got a few of those.
I had the original Garbage Pail Kids, both sets, complete. Those are worth quite a bit of money now, right? No? but they were
maybe.
stolen from me in elementary school.
Oh no.
Yeah, man, tragic day.
You were probably a little beyond Pokemon cards.
Yeah, man, when Pokemon was big, I was like playing punk rock shows and clubs and stuff.
Oh, what'd you
Because
play?
I remember watching it in a green room before a show. My girlfriend came in and asked which one of them were Pokemon, and my drunk drummer yelled at her and said, "Jess, they're all Pokemon." I was the guitar, mostly guitar, but pretty much everything.
Rhythm, lead, or did you guys just have one guitar?
We were a punk band, man. It was just all rhythm.
Ah, fair.
So NYK, big penalty, is still technically behind Max on the field.
There's not much else going on besides this battle. So
Nope, we're just kind of riding this one out here, guys. Race has only got 6 laps left, and the field is spread. This battle that you see for P3, 0.6 seconds, is larger than you think because of the time penalty there, 6 seconds.
And Ruta's AI, I think, is catching Kaginis. Within a second.
Well, with that time penalty, it's technically ahead.
Come on, guys.
Ruta will, of course, be disqualified from the session for not being in it.
And that is not Ruta's fault. Well, actually, it is Ruta's fault. He didn't click through. He was tabbed out.
Yeah. He was late, and then he gets thrown out of the session.
All right. Kaginis is dropping Ruta's AI now, so that's good. He's got to make up a couple seconds. And not much going on anymore. Max was losing touch with NYK. Still got a 2.8 second cushion.
Unfortunately, the action's also been dropped by Gore, 2.1
well,
there.
No, action's made up about a second and a half. When he came out of the pits, he was about 3.5
Really?
seconds behind Gore, yeah.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Well, that's good. Let's keep an eye on that.
But
yeah, you're right. He's gaining. He just made up a 10th. Oh, and he lost it.
NYK,
deep into turn 1.
NYK is burned up his battery again. Action, he's using quite a bit of battery too. Gore is as well, interestingly. But Max, unfortunately, without the DRS, he might fall out of that 6 second window he needs to get onto the podium. Oh, gosh. Alrighty. NYK and action come through sector 2. NYK, stop using that battery. Stop it. Charge it up. Although he's got to stay within that 1 second.
I mean, there's nothing you do. I mean, he's going to gain 6 seconds over his opponent.
That's true.
Technically, he's behind Max, and he's very far away from SoCal on track, technically. So, honestly, he should just drive. You're going to finish P4.
But he's fallen out of Action's DRS, which I'm feeling it's another corner cutting penalty. But so NYK without the DRS, that might help Max stay within that 6 second window. Because now it's just going to be raw pace.
I feel like there's about 12 seconds of corner cutting penalties for Feline, unfortunately.
15. If she's not careful, she'll get DSQ'd. I think it's 21 seconds, 22 seconds, something like that.
Yeah.
That would be
I know how she's feeling right now. I've had these races where you just want them to end. And those last 5 laps feel like 30.
Oh, for sure. It's not a fun feeling.
No.
She just needs to stick it out, get that point, help out Ferrari and the constructors.
Definitely. And I like when I see drivers do that. Hang around. That's something I used to do without even thinking is I crashed. I got X amount of damage of, seconds of damage in ACC. And I'm just like, I'm leaving. And then someone's like, hey, if you just stuck around, you would have got points. I'm like, oh, next time I will.
The NYK is now fallen off hard. Something happened to him. He's now 3.5 adrift of the action. Look at this. Action is...
Tires could be dead. He's on the softs.
Maybe. They pushed those mediums to the end. But look at this.
Yeah,
action is in 1 second.
He's closing. He's closing.
But look at this.
He's closing.
Gore saved his battery. He's at 45% to the action's 15.
Oh, the action's got nothing, man. Oh, no. Sorry, action. You got some pace right now, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think he's going to be able to catch him without any battery.
No. But all he needs to do is if he can stay within the DRS. NYK is just falling off. I wonder what's going on there. But if the action can just stay within DRS, he can bank some battery for a couple laps. Because Gore will have to use the battery to stay ahead if action has DRS. On the main straight. As they're about to finish Sector 3, as they come through the fast right-hander. Within 6/10. Save that battery. Action, you can do this. If I'm action, I wait. I don't deploy the battery this lap. Save it up for next lap. Make Gore use it up. But Gore's not deploying.
I can't tell if he's deploying.
He's not.
He's burning a little bit. He's right on him.
Yeah.
Gore, 46% though.
At this point,
Calculus. Catching Ruda.
At this point, you just have to, if you're for the action, try to force Gore to make a mistake.
I mean, that's likely not going to happen. Gore doesn't tend to make mistakes. As far as consistent drivers go, I feel like Gore is one of them. One of the most consistent.
Yeah, Gore in the action for sure. Together. And NYK has dropped down to P5. Something is definitely amiss there.
I know he's dead soft.
There's no damage that we can see to his wing. So his setup must just be eating through those softs. But so Max is now on the podium on merit. He's not going to be able to get up to P2. He's 6 seconds adrift. All right. Action has 30%. Gore has 50%. I think if you're the action, you've got to deploy here.
Yep.
He doesn't. I think
he's got one more lap.
Yeah, he's going to go for a last lap overtake, I think. Or maybe he... Well,
it might be smart holding on to it. Look how well he's definitely close. He's got the... Oh, no!
Had the lift there
for him on the rear. Yep. He's going to be able to close up. No problem.
He's got to be within probably about 3/4 on the main straight to get the move done.
Okay, these guys are within 10% of ERS of one another. Gore is burning to stay ahead of him, and he's saving to stay behind right now. These guys have almost the same ERS.
This will be an exciting last lap.
Absolutely. What do you think? Who's your money on?
Gore. I mean, it's just so hard to pass here. He's got the battery. He's got the pace. Although Action's got 1 lap in the tank on tires. So he should have a little bit of a grip advantage, but he's dropping a little bit here. Yeah.
They're both going to be able to deploy max battery on the lap.
But Action, I think you've got to be within about 3 or 4 tenths to get the
They're
move
about
done.
5% around. They're within 6% of one another.
All right.
All right, here they go. They're both deploying. No DRS.
Use it all up. Yep. Action was not quite close enough.
Same. They have the same now. Now he's got the DRS.
He's not going to get it done. I don't think there's anywhere else on the track he can make a move.
Oh, I don't think so. I think that was it. They still have about exactly the same amount of DRS. This is amazing. These two guys are pushing at the absolute limit. Their tires are screaming at them.
We got yellow flags. Sector 2, I'm not sure if ooh!
Action is closing up. He is right on the rear here.
I think one more lap and the Action could have done it, but Gore...
I don't know, one corner, one little twitch. That's all he needs. And again, their ERS is exactly the same right now.
There's nowhere to overtake his the Action's problem.
He tries to short shift. He tried to short shift there to keep the rear from spinning up. You heard him dump it. The revs just dropped. Oh,
no, that's it. Gore's going to be your winner. Absent of a huge mistake here. Yep, Gore's got it. And so Gore's going to win the Hungarian Grand Prix. That was a very impressive battle. Impressive from the both of them. Should we do are they in chat? Gore is, but Action is not. Actually, wait. He is. Should we do interviews?
Up to you.
All right, let's do it.
I got a few minutes.
All right, let's wait for the rest of the grid. So we got Gore, Action, and Max. That's your podium. SoCal's going to come in for 4th. NYK will be 5th. Smithy will be 6th. Guinness 7th. Calculus did get around Root as AI for 8th. Root will be 9th. And Feline Phenom bringing up the points. The last of the points paying positions in P10. Very good racing from the Action in Gore. That was close. That was a nail biter. I think one more lap and the Action would have had him. But I'm going to pull... Here, why don't you pull Action and Gore in. And we'll start interviews. All right, that's it. Just need to get the race director real quick.
Hello.
Good evening, guys. Hello.
Good evening, fellas. We're going to interview here in a minute. We just got to get the race director, so hold tight. That was a very impressive battle. SoCal Blazer gets driver of the day from the game.
From the game?
Who is your driver of the day, though, Fife? I think it's got to be Max with the recovery drive.
Yeah, I was going to say Max as well. He was back there and he made his way back up to, P3?
Yeah, started P4,
Yep.
I think,
Podium,
got
yeah.
P3. After dropping back with the extra pit stop. He almost pulled the Lewis Hamilton Hungary special out of it. Yep. All right. Finishing order: Gore, Action, Max, SoCal Blazer, NYK, Smithy, Calculus, Guinness, Ruda, Feline Phenom, Vans, and Rickson. All right, let me get the race director. Hopefully there will be no reports this week, but just in case. That is done. And let's just get the pit stops just in case. Alrighty. All right, thank you all for joining us. We're going to get interviews. We'll be at round 9 next week. All right, let's start with our race winner, Gore. You were losing it there towards the end. You were dropping time to Action. How badly were you sweating?
To be honest, not at all, because I was the last couple laps, but when I started losing time, I knew he had fresher tires, so I was just trying to save mine so that I wouldn't be losing it, because at Hungary, there's really, 3 exits you have to nail to not get overtaken. So I was just trying to save the tires and make sure that I was close enough to him that I wouldn't have a bad corner and he'd have a good one. So I knew I was going to be driving the time, but then I was anticipating maybe 2 laps, but then I think it was 3 or 4 that he had DRS. But then, and I'm sure, I don't even know, Action probably was faster. It's just so hard to follow at Hungary. So after the first lap, I knew after the first lap at the end, I knew I had more energy and could just use it. So, yeah.
Yeah, the energy is what it actually came down to at the end. You guys were so close. It was really fun to watch.
Action had to dump his battery like lap 30, lap 31 to pull up on you, and then it was just a matter of who could save it there. Action, though, walk us through your pit stop strategy. You stayed out the extra lap. It ended up you ended up coming out right alongside NYK, which held you up a little bit. Were you planning to stay long, or did you just decide to do the opposite of whatever Gore did?
Yeah, I was planning on the opposite. I was thinking an undercut. I didn't realize just how strong that would be. I think it was like 3.5 seconds that he came out ahead of me. So I did a little fake out. Go, I don't know if that did anything for you.
I fell for it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But it actually kind of bit me, I think.
Yeah, it did.
But yeah, that's what I was going for. I was trying to get a little fresher tires at the end so I can attack, and unfortunately, caught some wheel spin, and that was the end of it. And gorgeous, ice fans out there.
What about tire wear, guys? Gore, where were you at the end there?
Like 51%, I think, somewhere around there. I didn't look the last lap, but I was about 5% a lap, and I was at like 44 start of the last lap.
In Action?
Hey, to be honest, I didn't even see. They didn't feel too bad, so I'm guessing, maybe 40s.
Your mediums, both of you, they had to be screaming, though. You guys took them quite a ways.
I don't know. I felt like a grip drop off maybe 6 or 7 laps in, and then it just kind of never changed until the end.
Yeah, same here.
Well,
But,
Five,
yeah,
got anything else? All right. Thank you, fellas. Great. Great racing. See you next week for round 9.
Thanks for the stream. Yep.
Thank you.